There we are. We're live now. It says the stream is live. Do you want me to check on your phone if we're live? Do you want me to? I don't know. Oh, now somebody's
you are
coming to
live. It
knock
just
on the
popped
door.
up on mine.
Pardon me?
It says you're live here on mine.
Yeah, we're live. Perfect. It says Exponential Joy is live online. So we must be live. Perfect.
Bonus. Okay.
Winning.
That first jump, right? It's always, I mean, you know what? When you're jumping out of a plane, it's pretty evident.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't quite the same, right?
Not quite, but considering we've never done this before, kind
Not
of
on
is a little.
StreamYard.
Yeah,
We've
not on
never done
StreamYard.
it through StreamYard. No.
So we're trying it
No.
today and seeing how it goes.
Well, I like StreamYard because it's going to give us the ability to share this more after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And I mean, our conversations are always heartfelt, and we always seem to talk about what matters most in our world. And, I've had people tell me before that it's good shit.
Well, and the beauty of what has happened in our lives and transpired since you wrote your memoir has been a lot. I mean, what year did you write You Do You?
What year did I write it, or what year did I publish it?
Publish.
2021.
2021. So you did it right during the reset.
Yes.
When the world went weird.
Yes.
When the world went weird.
I like that. Right? I like that analogy. Works for me. Because you know what weird stands for? In my life, weird stands for wildly enlightened individuals recreating their dreams. So the world did go weird because, we're recreating our dreams.
Well, there's just been such a change in the world, I find, in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
There has been more of a definitive desire to change for a lot of people.
Well, and that goes back to, I'm not sure if you remember Jeanette talking about that 4-year cycle where we shifted 100 years, right? And we just in the last 6 months are ending that 4-year cycle. So that totally makes sense.
Yeah, our dear friend Jeanette Byro.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, have a look up on YouTube for Jeanette Byro. It's spelled Ginette, and then her last name is Biro. She's got a whole YouTube channel. It's amazing. She's got so much information on there.
So much information, and she does talks every weekday, and then plus. And it takes a lot of commitment to do that. I know I jumped off the joy wagon for a while and didn't do lives for over a year.
Yeah. And then there's me who's like, yeah. And then there's me that's like, I don't want to do lives. I don't have to do lives because I have friends that do them.
Well, it's not your calling. And when we talk about callings, they truly are these internal messages that just keep on tapping. It's like, hey. And I think that's what part of your writing the book was a tapping.
Oh my God. 30 years I had people telling me I needed to write a book. And I always told them I didn't want to write a book. I'm not going to write a book. Who wants to read my story? I'm not going to write a book. You know what? I'll share the link in the comments for people. So if they'd like to go and purchase it, they can go on Amazon to purchase it. But anyways, yeah. And then I was blessed to be a part of the Sacred Hearts Rising anthology series. I wrote 2 chapters for 2 separate books. And you've written, 2 or 3 chapters for the Sacred Hearts Rising, Nancy?
Yeah, I wrote 2 chapters. It was in volume 2 and volume 4.
Yeah, see, and you and I were both in volume 2, and then I decided, I wrote these 2 chapters. Okay, maybe it's time. And that's when I wrote You Do You. Should I show them what it
Mhm.
looks like?
Yeah, show them what it looks like. It's a beautiful cover. It's absolutely stunning because that's Metatron.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Metatron is really cool because also known as Enoch.
Mhm.
I love the cross connection between
Yeah.
them. There are so many things in our lives that are a cross connection. You know,
Mhm.
you hear about it's kismet, it's synchronicity, it's
Yeah.
divine. And there's a lot of that in not just our lives,
Yeah.
but in the lives of the people who are intertwined within our lives.
Right. And it's just, yeah. I mean, really, what do you say to that? Like, it's just, and it takes you back when you think of all the synchronicities in life. I mean, that's what I wrote my book about, is the synchronicities in my life and how each step took me to the next one and the next one and the next one. And it made me really stop and be grateful for everything. I mean, everything that I have in my life. And when I say everything, and anybody that knows me knows that I've had an exciting life, for lack of better words. I've had many experiences, and things have been tumultuous at times, but so very blessed and rewarding at others. And that's what I wanted to show people, is that, yes, life can get tough and things can get shitty, but you know what? When we make the choice, when I made the choice to, step up, I got better and I could move forward.
Well, and it's in choosing to
Yeah.
get better. And that's what we're doing every single day is we're choosing a better feeling place. I mean, I don't call my other Nance exponential joy because I'm happy all the time, but I
Yeah.
strive for joy. I strive for joy. That's the carrot at the end of the game, and the carrot that I want to keep on eating as I'm working through my day to help me be more present, to be more aware and to see the things that are already here. We work so hard to get to the next phase
Yeah.
that we miss what's going on right now.
Yeah. I did a beautiful workshop yesterday, and the gentleman talked about being present in the moment. Don't worry about what happened yesterday because you can't change it. And there's no use worrying about what's coming in the future because you need to be in the present right now. The future's later and it doesn't matter.
I
Yes.
just turned unwind on. I wasn't I was listening, but I wanted to add that on. We'll talk more about that later. But it is being present in this moment because right now, even though we've got other people that are watching, this is a conversation between you and I
Yeah.
that allows other people to get to understand why we chose and committed to talking about what matters most and the heartfelt conversations.
Right.
So why did you agree?
Why did I agree to be a part of this with you?
Yeah.
um because people need to hear it. People need to, how do I say this? I said yes because this is what needs to happen now. Because for so long we've been quiet and not stepped up to say what needs to be said, and it's time. I mean, that's why I wrote the book You Do You, because let me rephrase that because I heard it in my head. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Because people, I feel in my heart that the world is shifting to a higher vibration and people are becoming more and more magical in themselves, and that's why we are here, is to help people remember their magic, not our magic, their magic, because everyone is magical in their own way. I mean,
Mhm.
we could, roughly tell the story about how we connected, and then how we each helped each other discover our magical selves even more. You know, it's that I think
Well,
that's what.
yeah, it's important when you talk about there's so much magic right now, and there's such an opportunity to shift and become a better version of yourself and be happier in this moment. That also means that there is a shitstorm going on in most people's lives who are willing to upgrade. It means that the finances may be sucking, like, and what I mean by sucking is, yes, we've got an abundance, yes, we're grateful, all
Yeah,
of that, but damn, I mean, the cost of gasoline, the cost of groceries, the cost, my mortgage went up, your HELOC went up.
yeah,
It's constant. And in order to live in the lifestyle that we want, which means having money and things, because then we can continue and do more and more and more, it means that we're constantly having to work harder or
mhm,
smarter, maybe a bit of both, but to understand that suffering is part of the human experience. And I mean, I, I can't go. I'm not a Buddha. I'm not all Buddhist. I love Buddha. Got a bit of a Buddha belly going on. I like the teachings of it.
right.
But I mean, suffering is optional. The challenges in life are not optional. The way that we look at it, that's optional.
Well, and that's something else that you call me the optimal optimist, because I am. I mean, yeah, it's shitty, but you know what? I got a roof. I have food in my fridge. I have
Yeah.
clothes. Life is good because there's
Hmm.
so many people out there that don't have one or all of those things. I mean,
Yes.
yes, I know that my bills have gone up, but thank goodness that the universe continues to provide me opportunities to bring more money into my house so that I can take care of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Most
I
definitely.
focus on the things that I have so the universe can bring me more. I don't
Hmm.
focus on what I don't have because then the universe brings me more of that. I've learned that lesson the hard way, you know. So I mean, I truly believe that we are all magical manifestors and we create the worlds that we choose to live in. And I mean, sure, somebody watching this could, say, well, I didn't choose this or I didn't choose that. But, you know, maybe you didn't choose it, but maybe you were thinking, I don't want this. The universe doesn't understand the word don't. All the universe hears is,
Hmm.
I want this. So
Well,
instead of
and I
saying,
mean,
I don't
if
want
I
something, say,
want,
I'm grateful. Go ahead.
absolutely, and if I say I want more peace in my life, then
Yeah.
I need to experience the contrast of peace, which is like chaos and mayhem and nonstop trauma and a whole bunch of fucking bullshit that just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
So that I can be like, okay, I want the other part. I want a life that has more calm. I want a life that has more compassion. And in order to have that, I can be that. That's
Right.
my
And
choice.
I choose to lead by example. And I also choose to not use the word want. Because what I have found is when I use the word want, the universe leaves me wanting. I say that I
Mm.
choose to create. I am choosing to create more peace in my life. I'm choosing to create quieter mornings. I'm choosing to be here with you, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot of other things that we could be doing right now. But these conversations that we're going to keep on having are going to continue to bring so much greatness into the world. And I mean, we are blessed, 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 blessed to have so many amazing guests coming on.
Mhm.
I mean, people from our lives who have um, brought more learning into our lives.
Mhm.
more learning. You know, if I want to have financial abundance in my life, then I'm going to have the opportunities to create things in my life,
Yeah.
more of them. I mean, it's why
Oh,
I do what I do. So many of the, like, are you insane? Like, all of that right now, that's what you've got on your plate?
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm eliminating a lot of things in my life too. I don't have
Yeah.
time for conversations that keep on looping around how shitty my life is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I,
I can't put my energy into that.
yeah, I agree. That's like you're talking about all the wonderful people that we're going to have on the show here.
Yeah.
Like in the back of my book, I have resources from people who have inspired me. So all the people that I've talked about in this book. Hey, you never said that you wrote the forward for this, Nancy.
Yeah,
You
no, I
forgot.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I mean, that's one of the many things that has been part of my life, is doing things for other people, writing the beginning of a chapter or writing a chapter in a book, and then forgetting about it. My brother reached out to me not that long ago with a beautiful picture and a heartfelt thank you, because I had gifted him Emily's teddy bear, Owlie,
Yeah.
and Malabeads during a very difficult time in his life. And I had completely forgotten where Owlie went.
Yeah. But
I love giving. I love
yeah.
giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I think that's another reason why you and I get along so well, because we both do. We
Yeah.
both love just giving, and with no agenda. Like we're giving.
No.
Yeah, yeah, with no agenda. Oh, I beeped.
Absolutely, with no agenda. You know, I believe very, very, very strongly about an equal exchange of energy.
Yeah,
But that's the and I know you and I do this. If you ever bring over a plastic container with food in it,
yeah,
it's always returned
yeah,
with food in it.
yeah,
There's never that's all, and that's such a fun way to live. And for me,
yeah.
that's a lot of what the joy is. I had a coworker that brought some salad in for me, and in a plastic container, and that container is jam packed full of cheese, like just jammed as many as I could
There you go.
possibly get in there, and then a pack of matches to help her remember the note that I wrote on it. and
Yeah,
and it's a wonderful way to be, and it's why we get gifted so many wonderful things in life. So you were
yeah,
talking earlier about how we met, and not everybody that's listening, because I'm seeing the faces popping up, knows how we met, because
yeah. I'm glad you can
this
see who's popping up, because I can't see anything. So
okay, oh my goodness, yeah, no, we've got some really wonderful friends in the house.
awesome, cool.
And there's some beauty to that, because Tiffany may know the story of when we met. I remember when I met Tiffany, but when we met, I was at a very, very dense,
Yeah.
heavy,
Mm-hmm.
emotional time in my life.
Yes, you
I
were.
was angry, because angry was easier than being sad.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was not ready to be sad at all. And in my world, I had every right to be angry because my
Oh, for sure
daughter
you did.
died.
Yeah.
In my world, my daughter was torn from my arms.
Yeah.
I was angry with Jesus still.
Yeah.
I was angry with the man who was driving the boat. I was
Mm-hmm.
angry in general.
Yeah.
I was angry at my ex-husband for having an affair.
Yeah.
I was just angry, and we went to a vision board workshop. Janet Wizawati.
Who we're gonna have on here, by
She
the way,
We're gonna have on here. Yeah, Janet's gonna be on here, and Janet's up in Alaska, I think now.
in the Yukon,
She
I think.
adventures way up. Yeah, in the Yukon. Yeah, okay.
I
She
think she's up in the
adventures way
Yukon.
up there. And it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I love how she does that. She gets to go up north, and I'm gonna go south. Not yet, but my choice is south.
Yeah.
But when I went to this vision board workshop, I was simply helping a friend. I'm like, okay, I'll come to your workshop. Sure. That's what friends do. They go to friends' workshops.
Yeah.
And I sat at the back. I sat at the back of the class because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to make friends. Didn't need any friends. I
It's a true
just did
story.
not. Yeah.
Hmm. And I
And you were
went
at
to
the
help a
front.
friend because I love Jeanette, and and I sat in the front because everyone that knows me knows that I like to sit in the front because it's where all the good stuff is.
Yeah, and I was more of the I'm gonna sit in the back row, the cool kids are,
Right.
or not.
So
Um, and I thought that your enthusiasm and happiness for life was Down syndrome.
I know, and I still think it's funny, but
I don't I'm like Down syndrome Daphne, oh my gosh, because you were just so friggin' annoyingly happy at the time, right? Like I didn't want happy, I didn't like happy. And then you were talking about your bracelets and or no, you weren't no, people were coming up to you and asking you about your bracelets.
yeah, I think so.
You weren't like you don't do that. You don't This isn't the Daphne show. You definitely did not do that.
Yeah,
And, I I I snuck by to take a peek.
yeah. You were
Um,
saw you were looking for magazines to find pictures for your vision board. By
yep,
me,
yep, yep. Yeah, because the table was by you. I mean, that's
right?
the way that it was set up. And, you offered to tell me more, and I didn't wanna know more. I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good, thanks."
Because
Mhm.
you thought I was Down syndrome Daphne. Yes,
Well, and I thought you were one of those MLM people that was coming to sell your stuff, and,
right.
I didn't wanna buy anything. It was almost Christmas,
Uh-huh. It was cold that
almost
day.
Christmas, and I was not looking forward to Christmas that year at all. So, given the opportunity, I purchased a few of your necklaces.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, a
And we
few of
became
your
friends on
necklaces.
Facebook, but we didn't really talk much because your life
No,
was busy, my life was busy, and you were angry and I was happy, and it just didn't work.
we weren't,
Let's
yeah,
be
right?
real.
Because well, and that's true because at certain times in our lives, we all clean house, and
Yeah,
it's that I'm going to remove all the toxic people in my life that no longer fill my energy with that which I want. So
yeah,
removing toxins from our lives often means taking out that which doesn't serve us,
right,
because a certain food that doesn't resonate with my body might resonate with yours, and same with
right,
people. Yeah.
right. And then I saw
Yeah.
something on Facebook that you were going to go for a cortisone shot, and I said, no, don't.
I
And
was
that's how we became,
contemplating it because I didn't know.
right.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's just showing how, there's a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? Well, you and I are stuck together for the rest of our lives now. That's just the way it is. But I
that's just the
mean,
way it is.
I mean, circling back to the you do you, like, and the synchronicities, and that's how you and I reconnected, was through synchronicities, right? When
Time and
people
time and time again. Yeah.
literally, literally,
Well, literally, yeah, and, that's where I think your book offers so much to people because if you read it in a chronological order, it's beautiful because it explains the story of how you were in a very, very near fatal, automobile accident and
Mhm.
your recovery from such. But it's everything in between that is just so beautiful. I mean, you lived a life whereby you were very prominent in the rodeo scene, very prominent.
Well, in the amateur rodeo
To
scene, yes,
yeah, whatever. A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
right,
In my world, like I mean, in my world, there's a big deal. But had you stayed in that world and your life not have been impacted,
yeah,
literally, boom, car,
Yeah.
wow, it could have been very different. And that's
Oh, for
where,
sure.
um,
100%.
right? Right. And that's where, when I say we choose these things, you didn't choose to be hit by a car. I didn't choose to have my daughter hit by a boat. But
Right.
it was those experiences that
Yeah.
drastically changed our lives. Because when I look at the way that Emily's father responded to the situation, very different than me. Same with the
Yeah.
way that Em's brothers are, very different than me. We all recover differently. And I believe everybody recovers to a certain degree. We wake up every morning. That's recovery in itself.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do with your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I
What are you
mean
going to do
that's
with your
why that's why at the end of every chapter I ask a question. I ask a
Yeah.
question at the end of every chapter because I tell a story and then I ask a question. So the book really isn't about me because the questions are for the reader. And I share my there you go. Oh, chapter 7.
Yeah.
There you
I asked Spirit for a number and they gave me 7. So I'm like, cool. Check that one.
go. One step at a time.
I like
And
spinning
in
the
your
wheel
life,
with Spirit.
did you keep on going when you felt like you wanted to quit? I mean, how many times in our life have we experienced situations where we're like, I can't do this, yet we go on? Why? Because we have to. We don't have a choice.
Well, and that's it. We have to. I know so many courageous people who still are struggling, but
Yeah.
wake up every morning because they are caring for someone else,
Yeah.
whether it be a child or a cat, a mother or a plant.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, you know me, there were times when I had so many plants in my house,
Oh
and
my
that was
God.
part
Yes.
of my right. I know it was insane. I don't have as many now. I probably only got about
Thank God.
8. But it was a time in my life where I had to continuously make things grow because my struggles were severe.
Mhm.
Um, we do have severe troubles sometimes, where we're struggling to walk, talk.
You know what? And I can attest to that. And I mean, I have a beautiful coworker that was just really ill and she had some stuff with her brain. So I understand her healing recovery. You know, I understand. I get it. Not many would, but I get it. And people don't understand how difficult it may be to learn how to walk, talk, feed yourself, and dress yourself again. The coordination that's involved in all that, not so easy. But I mean, I am grateful for that experience because it has made me the person I am today. And I am grateful for that experience in that it has shown me the amazing people I have in my life that support me. It brought so
Yes,
many people together, you know.
yes.
And I mean, even before that happened, there were so many lessons that I learned in my life, that I
Mm.
still to this day use, So I don't know what else to say, Nancy. It's just we
Well, and it takes a strong, I don't know if that's the word. No, it is the word. A
persistent.
a persistent, courageous person to do what it is that they are asked to do by spirit. I know,
Yes.
one of the people that's watching is Cara and Lisa, and I remember when I was called
Mhm.
to go to her home with a beautiful bundle of creams and lotions and things that I'd made. Um, just days after her husband had passed away, and I only knew her. She was the
An
gal
acquaintance.
who, yeah, an acquaintance. I mean, I knew her husband, um, because he was a friend of a friend in a band.
Yeah.
It was definitely an acquaintance, but I was called by spirit to go, and I chose to go. I could have just said, "Fuck off," and we do that. We do that. I mean, I've got a great relationship with my guides. And we definitely, they accept me wholeheartedly. Sparkles, swear words and all. And I think that's
Right?
something that is important for people to know, that spirit loves you just the way
Yeah.
you are.
And you
Yeah.
don't have to do or be anything other than yourself.
Mhm.
That's all that they ask. You don't that's something else that I learned throughout my life is that I shine brighter when I am myself. And that's, I
Yeah.
guess, another reason that I wrote the book is because I wanted others to know the same. Because I tried for so long to do and be something that some other people told me I needed to be, and that didn't work for me. Because,
I don't know who that works for.
right? And I guess I wanted to just reiterate, I'm so grateful for everybody who's here on the call right now, even though I can't see who it is, or anybody watching it later. But I mean, if there's anybody on there, Nancy, that is in my book, please shout them out for me, because I mean,
Yeah,
I am so.
Tiffany popped in, which was beautiful, and Tiffany's music sings in the most beautiful way.
Well,
It's just it's a hug and a warm blanket.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
just the sound healing that she does and the shamanic work is amazing.
it
So
really is.
I'm just great. See, I see Tiffany. I don't.
I
She's
found the
back.
button.
I see. See, this is our first time doing this, so we're just flying and figuring things out. Hello, Karen.
Well, and I love playing with
Yeah,
computer programs. I love playing with essential oils. I love playing with spirit.
yeah.
I really truly do. It's the way that I communicate best with my angels.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah, with my angels. It's a unique experience, and I like that. I like that each and every one of us has a uniqueness. Yeah.
Was this from chapter 7 too? It says one step at a time. What do you do differently than anyone else? Is there more?
Mhm.
Is there a couple of questions in chapter 7? Must
Yeah,
have
there
been.
were there were 2 in chapter 7. I know, I just wrote it.
So, okay, so one step at a time, Nancy, what do you do differently than anyone else? And I would love anybody who's watching to answer those questions too, because I mean, that would be awesome
Well,
if
and,
someone
and that
could.
and that's the beauty of it. When I think of my intimate relationships, my relationships with my grandchildren,
Yeah.
I've got my 2 gorgeous granddaughters, and boy, do I love my time with them. My way of being with them is very different than moms and dads and
Yeah.
the other grandparents, because I mean, I'm known as Sparkles. That's it. I put sparkles in all of my packages to them. If you get a package from me, I mean, anticipate sparkles. If you don't get them, it's just because I simply forgot. And that comes from the opportunity to do great harm with sparkles. And I mean, that sounds so silly, but if you put sparkles in someone's air intake in their vehicle, and I chose not to do that, even though I had that opportunity. So I took something in my life that was very dark, because we all have shadows. We're
Hmm.
all an asshole one way or another. And I chose not to do that. And
Hmm.
instead I sparkle on people with packages. It's much
There you
more
go.
fun.
So if you get an
Yeah.
envelope from Nancy, know there's going to be glitter in it. Just so you know, there's going to be
Yeah.
glitter in there.
Yeah. There's gonna be glitter. There is definitely gonna be glitter. And, it is a fun way of being. It is. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
I will get in more trouble for being too loud,
And having too
then
much fun.
and having too much fun. It's time to get back to work. It's serious. Um,
Who
yeah.
says?
Mhm. Yeah.
I
I'm just scanning through all the chapters.
was gonna say, do you want me to read the back of it just for people that don't
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Okay.
do that. Do that.
Okay. I won't be looking at the camera well, unless I go like this. Hang on. Go like this. Oh, does it look like I'm looking at the camera? Sort of,
Kinda.
almost.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is for all the people out there who too have struggled through life and felt like they could not be themselves. People who are dealing with difficult situations and feel like there is no way through. This story is to share my life experiences with you, to let you know that yes, tragic and horrible things can happen, but you don't need to stay stuck in the lower vibrations or the lower vibrating energy. The choice is yours as to what comes next, and no one can make that for you, even if at times it does not seem like there's always a choice. We are now at a crucial point in human consciousness, and it is time for us all to shift our energy to one of compassion versus competition. It is time to acknowledge our inner intentions and inner guidance, to honor the gifts that are flowing within your path, and trust the unfolding of your journey to your highest good. May you find that one nugget in my story to assist you on your journey to make your way through life. And then I say, may this inspire you to follow your heart and do what brings you joy.
Yeah.
I
Well, and
kind
if
of almost
we
get,
did I love that you do when you read yours. I love that you do because, you know, inspired to do more of what brings you joy. There are days when we have such tedious tasks to
mhm,
do. I mean, I so much. I mean, my kitchen table still looks the same. Well, it's a bit different because I've got so many things that I have to finish. But if I will do one of the difficult things in
yeah,
my life first thing in the morning, that helps me with my procrastination.
yeah,
It's like I taught Sunny when I was in West Kelowna. I taught her to wake up every morning like a soldier.
yeah.
Soldiers make their beds.
Perfect.
Whoever is the last one in the bed makes the bed. That's my house rule. Whoever gets up first turns on the coffee maker.
Right?
Because the coffee maker is usually set up to go. If there's dishes in the sink, wash them, put them in the damn dishwasher. It's called a sink, not a soak.
Yeah,
Um, and those little things that you do consistently
yeah,
will make a great change in your
yeah.
life. Massive. Absolutely massive.
Did Spirit just say to bring that one up?
Wow,
What are your
these
IM
cards
statements?
have been just like sparkling next to me.
Pardon me?
The I am statements. So
Uh,
why did you incorporate I am statements into your practice?
because at the time, sorry, I'm just opening my book to see them. Um, I incorporated the I am statements because I was not yet in a place of being there. I was still really struggling with being confident in myself and being able to say, yes, I am worthy. Because that one's a
Mm.
hard one for a lot of people. I am worthy.
It's why we stay in the relationships that do not serve us.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, I wrote, the I am statements, and I wrote them out by hand for a long time,
Mm.
and I repeated them daily, and you know, and the more that I did them, the more that I said them, the more they sank in. I was like, you know what? Yes. Like I just opened up to chapter 16. Um, I am gifted and able. And I can honestly say right now, with my heart full of love and gratitude, that I am so grateful to have gifts that only I am uniquely qualified to share. And you know what? Everybody is the same. Everybody has gifts that only they can share. Because I can't share
Mhm.
your gifts of the amazing knowledge that you have for essential oils and tea. And I can't do that. And you can't share the gifts that I have. But when we
No.
come together, the
Mhm.
amazingness, for lack of better wording,
Amazingness. It's a good word.
awesomeness, amazingness, wonderfulness, just the big, like you said, blanket of love that
Yeah.
goes out is exponential.
Well, when you take something and do it over and over and over and over and over again, not only are you creating more, but it's getting easier. It gets so much easier. We all grateful. Yeah, your pillow in the background, right? We all had to learn how to walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time. We all had to learn how to brush our teeth, brush our hair. If you look back at just those little things, that's big.
I
So big.
I was blessed to be able to learn how to do it twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and that's what
So
happens to a lot of people that have trauma in their lives
mhm.
is they do not remember how to do things that they
Yeah.
once did.
Oh, and
They
that was
they
the tough part. Sorry, that was the tough part
go
for
on.
me because I knew that I could do it, but my body didn't allow me to do it.
Mhm.
So I had to retrain my brain. You know,
Yeah.
here's one: huge blessings are on their way from the universe. They're already here. We're alive. We're
Yeah.
on this stream. We're able to have these heartfelt conversations, right?
Yep.
So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started these I am statements, boy, let me tell you, you know, I'm so happy and grateful the universe is aligning me with people, things, and situations that match the energy I'm putting out. The more I improve myself and raise my vibration, the more I will see the things that are magical and beneficial to my well being. That was such a load of shit when I first started. But you know what? That's what's happening now in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I would write that
Yeah.
down and I would say it. I mean, I've got, it's on my YouTube channel. I've voice recorded it, and it's on my YouTube channel now. So, but when I
Mm.
first started saying them, I was like, this is a load of, you know, but you know what?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the yellow stickies. I used to put the yellow stickies all
Mm-hmm,
over my mirror.
mm-hmm,
Um, and then because of the abusive relationship that I was in, I would have someone that would be writing on the yellow note,
yeah,
I am worthy, I am loved. And then I would get terrible writing on top of it. You're a fucking idiot. And I still kept on. I had to because the other option didn't feel good.
right.
Yeah, the other option didn't feel good. And I think that's one of the things that those of us who have struggled with trauma in our lives, we become more resistant. We
Yeah.
become more grateful. We become more honest, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
Much more honest,
Uh-huh.
and
Sometimes,
fine isn't a fucking feeling for anybody who's listening. I am fine. Fine is not a feeling.
no, no.
Are you
And
content?
pardon me?
Are you
I did,
content? I am content. Content is a feeling,
yeah.
but
I'm
fine,
sleepy. I'm happy.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sleepy.
tired.
You
Mhm.
know, but fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
fine isn't a feeling.
no,
It's kind of like can't understand
no.
normal thinking.
Wrote that chapter, but it's
I know you did.
true. I simply normal. I struggle so much with the way that words are said to other people. I really I struggle when someone says it's not rocket science or it's just common sense. Our capacity to be insulting is unnecessary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
just have to take a
unnecessary.
quick break here for a second. Do my cheeks look really rosy right now? Because on
Super
my camera
rosy.
they look really rosy, and I didn't. Okay, just
Super
so you know,
rosy.
I didn't put any makeup on. It's just the lighting. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
super rosy. Like it's just like you're glowing with health. It's absolutely glowing. I
I see
want
this
to
shiny.
they are definitely shining. So I know that you've got a deck of cards because I asked you when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I asked you if you had Jeanette's cards, and you said yes. So I'm like very, very excited because I would love for you. Oh my goodness, Awakening Avalon. They're so beautiful. They are
She has a
truly
book
beautiful,
too,
and I love oracle cards because oracle cards give us the opportunity to connect with spirit without the complication of tarot cards. Because tarot
and so
cards are a
my
bit more challenging to understand.
yeah, I don't do tarot cards because I don't want to figure it out. See, but that's where you come in because you understand them, so I don't
And
need to.
I'm looking forward to teaching more about that next year. I'm a little
Right,
bit busy writing this year. I'm writing my memoir as well as my ebook and workbook stuff. So I got just enough on my plate.
right,
But I do love tarot, and I'm looking forward to teaching it because I want to learn more about it. So we teach what we know or we want to know more about.
right.
Yeah.
So just so you know, I'm running the miracle vibration behind me here. So I'm
Okay.
pointing. I feel like I'm pointing over there, but really I'm not.
Strange. I know.
But yes, really, I didn't put any makeup on, and I'm not. I obviously this is good for me because I wasn't glowing like
Yeah.
this when we first started, was I? I don't think so.
No, you weren't. It's Sundays are wonderful days because they give us the opportunity to rest and do a lot of things.
Right.
So, yeah.
Do we have a
Yeah.
question that we would like to ask the cards? Do you have a question? Does spirit does your guides have a question for
Well, what do we need more of right now in our lives?
Okay, that's a good one. Do you want one, two, or three cards?
One.
Okay. See, and look how beautiful these are. This is the front of
They
them.
really are. Yeah.
See my sparkling nails. It says water
I
cleansing.
do.
It says water
Mm.
cleansing to recalibrate your energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and water is such a easy energy system for us all because we can soak in a bathtub, we can soothe in a shower. I love washing dishes
Yeah. So do you want me to read
when I
what
get
the
home
things
from work. Yes, please. Yes, please.
it says? Recalibrate your energy. Water touches and runs through all things on this planet, including you. It is an ever-flowing and transformative resource that carries and releases energies as it moves through the land. Water holds an ancient flowing feminine energy of grace and renewal. Water can cool the body and cleanse the soul. Use water now to soothe your soul. Savor a glass of water, take a warm bath or shower, or dip into a stream, lake, or ocean. Water can quickly cleanse your aura and recalibrate your energy. Set an intent for what you wish to release and let go. The water will wash it away. Allow your energy to flow and be clear. Connect with water to cleanse and recalibrate. There you go.
Yeah. Well, and it truly does. As we continue to encounter difficult times in our lives, I want everybody to understand that it's okay to do what you need to do to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah. And you know what, Tracy? Yes, I agree. For you, fine means freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. None of that is bad. Yes, but totally. I agree that they need to be acknowledged. 1000%. But
So
sometimes when
true.
you say, when you tell somebody that you're fine, that means, for me, I know when I tell somebody that I'm fine, that means I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want it to be acknowledged. But yes, I hear what you're saying, and I completely agree with you. 100%.
Well, and for me, quite often when I say, "Oh no, it's fine. It's fine." I mean, for me, it's more like, "Fuck, I never expected you to be such an idiot."
You
Because
mean
I
the
will.
other
I'll be like, "Yeah,
person
it's
that's asking, right?
fine." Yeah.
You mean, yes.
Not you, not you. But it's true, we all have ways of hiding our emotions. We all have ways of exiting from the difficult times in our lives. That's why addicts are addicts and why we all struggle with some form of avoidance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we all
sure.
struggle with some form of avoidance.
I
Yeah.
understand that one. My face. I make funny faces. What's Karen say?
There we go. I think it's going to show now.
Oh, it was there, but I didn't read it fast enough. It's gone. Can you see it, Nancy?
No, but
Pardon me?
just a sec. I'm
I
trying to get
learned
it
that my
back
healing
up.
journey is to find the joy in one thing of your day. Yes. Big. And
Yeah.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
And it is, it's that little thing. Someone opens up the door for you, another vehicle lets you in,
Yep.
someone compliments you.
Yeah.
Those are good things. Those are good things. So I want to go back for a second to the
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
affirmations, because on my morning lives, I love reading from Laura Lee's swear formation cards.
Right.
Um,
You know what? We're
yeah,
going to put the
because
links to all of these decks of cards in the thing that we send out for the replay. Right, Nancy?
yeah, this is
That's what
going to be on YouTube and replays and stuff like that. So definitely we will
we'll
put
definitely put
all
the
of those
links so
in
that
there.
everybody can get the cards.
Well, because the swear formations are so, so wonderful. I have nothing but mad fucking respect for myself and my life's journey. Like,
Mad fucking
there we go.
respect.
Right? Like, mad fucking respect for me. I've got some friends that I look at how long they have been struggling, how challenging their lives are. And these are the warriors
Yeah.
who continue year after year, struggle after struggle. But I've got it on my board here. Um, oh, where is it? I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and
Yeah.
say, because of you,
I
I
didn't
didn't give
give up.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got that on my
It's
wall.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful because of you. I saw within you something that was within me.
Yeah.
Because when we see greatness in other people, it's because the greatness is within us.
Yeah. Because you can't see the
Yeah.
greatness in others unless it exists within you.
Hmm.
Right. It's like the words
So
"don't
true.
quit." If you cross off the N and the T and the Q and the I, it says "do it." Don't quit, but
Yes.
cross off those letters, it says "do it."
Well, and it's why once you start following the algorithm,
Yeah.
many things in your life will change. And that's the algorithm, not just of Facebook and Instagram and
Trying to, come on, Nancy, trying to follow those algorithms are just, I can't even do it. That's
No,
why.
no, but there we go, some light. But if you keep on liking certain things,
Yeah.
then more of that will show up in your
Yeah.
feed.
Yeah.
If you start liking, if
Negative
you start
stuff.
paying attention to things in life,
Yeah.
then more of that's going to show up.
Yep.
That's the way the
And
universe
when
brings you more.
yeah, and when you can choose things that make you happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's
Not
it.
you don't have to choose what's
That's
going
it.
to make somebody else happy. You get to choose what makes you happy. People, I love it when people ask me, "Well, what are you doing now?" I say things that make me happy, and they kind of look at me strange. I do
Mhm.
what I love, and I love what I do.
Yep. Well, and there will be times when it's going to be a big challenge. There's going to be times when it's not, when life isn't giving you what you want fast enough.
Yeah,
Stay the course.
yeah,
Hold the line.
yeah.
Hold. I love watching the medieval shows. They've got their swords and they're hold. It's like, you've got this. Don't just stay. It's like training a puppy.
Yeah. I picked
Training
up
a
a shirt just a little while ago. The summer shirt says "You've got this." I think it says "You've got this" on
Yeah.
there like 4 times. You've got this,
Mhm.
Daphne. We're good. You got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
One step at a time.
Hmm.
And I've taken things one step at a time, and I've fallen down lots, but I just keep getting back up. And
Yeah.
that's like you said, I want to inspire others, because to do better for themselves. I don't have to do better. To choose themselves first.
Yeah.
To choose what makes them happy.
And that's a challenge. That's a challenge for mothers and fathers. It's a challenge for daughters and sons.
Yeah.
I know when my mom was still at home before she went to the seniors home, and I was taking care of her, and I was caregiver burnout. It was just
Mm-hmm.
all encompassing. Um, just to even feed myself was
Yeah.
something that was a struggle. But if I didn't feed me, I wasn't kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
in
want more
closing, what
kind.
pardon me? Sorry, I can't see what.
We want more kind. Be
Yeah.
kind. Be what it is that you want. Um,
Yes.
be what it is that you want to see in the world.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was funny. Today after my walk with Chantel this morning with her dogs, I was coming home and there was a senior fellow walking his black lab. And in the mornings, he usually sees me and he waves at me. I've never met this man before, but he always waves at me because he recognizes my vehicle. Well, today I
Right.
saw him and I had time, so I pulled over and I got out and I went and I shook his hand and we visited. And he said, "Thank you for being so kind." I said, "Well, you know what? You make my morning every morning when you wave at me at 6 o'clock in the morning." And I just wanted you to know that, you know, and I'm pretty sure I made his day, but he made my day too. So I believe that, if we can shine our lights bright so others feel safe to do the same, how bright is this world going to be?
Hmm. Brighter. It's just going to be
Right?
brighter. Yeah.
It's going to get brighter.
It's just
So
going to
what's
be
my
brighter.
favorite inspirational quote? Chapter 18. Did I put my favorite inspiration? What's your favorite? You said your favorite inspirational quote already.
Oh, I've got so many. Well, I mean, I love quitters never win and winners never quit.
Yeah, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
I can
have
still be stomping your feet with that. Quitters never win and winners never quit, because I said, that's it, I quit.
right.
Yep.
I've got a whole poster board of them up
Mhm.
against my wall here, but yeah, I am so grateful that we are doing this. I'm so grateful to share. I hope that I can provide a little spark of light for someone to know that They can choose to be, do, and have whatever they want. Just make the decision.
Make the decision and stick with the decision. You know, that's the part. We get stuck in the way that we do things, the neurons in our brain that just keep on, you know, the same. But
Mm-hmm.
if you begin to, you can't stop your mind. It's always operating. But if you can begin to add more into your mind of what you do want, then that's what your garden's going to begin to grow.
Well, and I like to joke that, you know, it's always good to do a system defrag to release the files that you don't need anymore so that you can organize the good ones that are in there and bring in more good ones. That's just my thought.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I
so
mean,
true though. And that's what sleep does. That's why we both have, you've got the portal and the laser running in the background. I've got the portal running. Like, this is
yeah,
why we both use these,
yeah,
because they make a difference. Without it, I am not the
yeah.
person that I am. I'm just not. I'm not.
I'm
Yeah,
running the
I'm not.
harmonics right now. I'm sending
Harmonics
us
is
off with harmonics.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I've got
Yes.
Relieve running. I've got Relieve right now in Alberta, which is where we both are. We're both in Edmonton, Alberta. The change in the lighting of our world is making it for a wee bit of a challenge. I mean, I have to set my alarm in the morning and I'm tired. It's 8:30 and I'm just like exhausted because it's getting dark out and it feels like it's 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these things that we're doing now are to help us as well as others.
Well, it's to help our bodies to unwind from the stress and dis-ease of our day, of all the things that came at us, you know, to help us get rid of. So, what are we talking about next week?
Meditation.
Perfect.
Meditation. Oh my God, I love meditation. And I love the way that meditation can be a part of our everyday lives, in the simplest ways.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, so that you can face everything and rise,
Yeah.
um, in the most easy ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, super, super
Beautiful.
easy. I've got quite a few breathing techniques that I like to share, and
Well,
stories and laser.
we'll get to practice that stuff next week.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And then the
exciting.
week after is sacred ritual. Sacred ritual. That's the third one this month. And then October's got a whole new vibe.
That's
So yeah.
I'm over the moon excited.
Yeah, it's special. It's
I'm sure you can
Sundays are
see.
a great thing for this.
I can see. I love how the light's shining in the background. I feel
Yeah,
so
it's great.
calm,
Yeah,
but I'm still like
goosebabra.
vibrating with you. Pardon me?
Goosebabra. Goosebabra. I think I'm saying that kind of sort of close. Anger management. That's one of the ways that they
Woosah.
describe, just like that. Woosah. That too, right? Like
Woosah.
just chill, right? Like just,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's beautiful. So is
Is.
there any other questions that you have for me, Nancy? And you know what? I know that you have something on there that you might be able to pop up about liking and sharing to win if people
Oh,
see this.
let me see. I love how when I click on things, it's like a piano. I'm like, I know how to do that. I
There
know
you
how
go.
to do that.
So anybody who's watched the video and sees this part of it, you know, they comment joy and share the post. I'm gonna give them. We're gonna leave the contest open for a week, and then Nancy
Yeah.
can make the draw of all the people that have done that, and I will give you a signed copy of the book. Mail it to you or
And
deliver it to
we'll
you. Pardon
Yeah,
me?
and we'll announce that next Sunday.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to that. And we've done well too. We're almost within the hour.
Almost within the hour. And if you already have the book, please still do comment joy, because then you can win it and give it to someone else.
And I would
Start your
love to do
Christmas
that.
shopping early.
Right?
Yeah, start your Christmas shopping early. I started mine. It's bizarre, but I did. So yeah, anything is possible when you're doing what you love to do for fun. That's why I started shopping early, because I saw the perfect gift for the perfect person at the
There you
right
go.
time.
That's
Yeah,
how it is, right? Being
easy,
open to the
super
I'm
easy.
I love that I can truthfully say that I am blessed, grateful, and open to always be in the right place at the right time to cosmically attract magical manifestations into my life. Yes, it's a mouthful, but that's how I live. I am always in the
Mhm.
right place at the right time. It
Always,
might, it might be just to meet that one
always.
person, but you never know.
Well, you just don't know. And that's the beauty of it. We work so hard trying to make everything perfect, when sometimes it's just that one spice that we add that we didn't expect to add that
Yeah.
makes it so special. It's like cinnamon in your spaghetti sauce. Tastes amazing.
There you go. See, and it's like doing that one nice thing. Like today, I was out at the mall, and I complimented the owner at the store, the manager at the store, how wonderful their staff worked together, and that what a great atmosphere it was. And she was flabbergasted. She said, "I only ever hear the complaints." I'm like, "That's why I'm giving you the compliment."
Yes.
That's a good challenge to put out there. What one compliment can you give to somebody that you don't know in the day? That's a good one.
It's so much. It's so much of a blessing. When someone says something nice to you, you glow, even if it's just for a minute. And
Yeah.
when you do it for someone else and you see that glow, then both of you glow.
Yep. And I'm
Yeah.
just glowing because you brought out the joy in me, my friend. I really, I don't know how this is happening.
I'm glad that it is. I am glad that it is. Oh, well, until we meet again, thank you for choosing joy. Peace out. Love you to the moon and back. Talk again soon, my friend.
Yeah.